Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn. We have just come out of a drought and we have started cycle 45, which is awesome. The water's going to be fine. So I've had a few oddities happen. The dirt that I set to place here and here wasn't being placed. All the beavers were just sat in the builder huts doing nothing at all. So I had to remove it and replace it, and then there's time to build it. So I don't know what's happened there, but we do have some tube stations. We do indeed have some tube stations here. They are doing their thing, which is awesome. Fantastic. I'm not quite sure. The clock is the clock. Nice. Awesome. So yeah, and these tubes go all the way down to the ground and back again. So they go all the way down through. Some of them are, as you can see, they sort of look like they're connected sideways. I think that's just a visual thing because they're in small tunnels. So yeah, but they go to here and then stop because this is the floor we want to work on. So yeah, awesome. We have some tube stations. There was a comment by Zolt who mentioned about that you could connect tubes to the top or the bottom of the tube stations. Probably the bottom, I don't know, but I couldn't connect them to the top. There's no way to connect them to the top whatsoever. So I'm putting it there, but I can't connect it to the top, and if I put it there, it doesn't seem to connect. So I don't know where the information is from, but I can only connect them to these ones here. They won't even connect to this front corner here. That is obviously where the slots are. So yeah, that's where they connect to. But that's okay. That's okay. What do we want to do today? We want to move all of this downstairs to here, so that we can work the river up outside and do some other things as well. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, I hope. So let's do another suggestion. Where was this one here? Music cassette. What a brilliant name. We're saying here, instead of taking these out of the top and then putting explosives in, we could take them out of the bottom, remove them, and it would make a lot of the dirt collapse, which is true, which is very true. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to tunnel out into here all the ones I want to kind of get rid of. So two there, that one, and that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and then we'll remove all them and see how far that goes to destroying them. And then if not, we come up and we'll just put these places in the top as when we need to. So that'd be cool. That'd be cool there. There's the old tube station. Zoom. It's cool. It's very, very cool. I do like the tube station. So we're going to have, as you can see here, we have tubes at either corner and then ladders either corner there. And if we need any more floors, we need any more tubes around here. Excuse me. We need any more tubes or ladders around here. We will add them in there. I don't foresee us needing any more connections between floors, but there might be one where we put like the processing of food directly above it, and it would make sense to have a connection between the two. So we'll see. I might do the four corners as well. Haven't quite decided on that yet, but we'll figure that out as and when it happens. So we have the opportunity for that because we're going to. I will blow the holes up in the top floor because we need that, but all the other ones will naturally get holes as they go down. So we'll figure that one out there. So what do I want to do down here? Well, I'm thinking down here we want to probably, well, get a tube station going for one. That would probably be the best kind of bet. So have to figure out what height we're going to. I also don't actually have a clue how I'm going to put in the supports for this. I've been trying to wrap my head around how I'm going to do the overhangs. Like if I did an overhang, I don't think I can do it here because I've tunneled underneath it. I need to come from the top down, put the things in, and then put the supports in there afterwards, and then fill them with dirt in the holes. So I don't think this corner we can do it with. So the very ground floor might be the same design as the top floor. The ground floor might be the same design as this one here, and then ones in between we'll do something different with, because yeah, that just seems to make a lot more sense. So I want to remove these here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to move down here first. That's what we're going to do. We're going to move all all the things down here, because this is how the floor is going to go. I made the road here one larger so it connects with the side. I need to remove this entire ladder. Well, I need to do two things. One, I need to remove the whole ladder and not have it run all the way down to the lowest point. Because we don't want it, because these aren't supposed to be on the lowest point. They're supposed to be one higher. That's fine for this one. This is already one higher, so that's fine. We just need to raise up the engine. So maybe we should do that now. You are there, because this is the lowest. Yeah, so maybe we should let's go with some tunnels again. Hold on. Where are the tunnels? Here. Tunnels. Tunnels. So I want to go along here, and along here, and along there. I can't do that because that is got stuff underneath it. That's fine. And then we can put the road in. And then I can remove this, fill in the lower floor with that, and put it up by one, and then just blow out one and put the power shaft in. So, yeah, and then I can go up by one, and maybe over by one or something, because there's a road that's coming along here. So, we might even move this. It might even be in the way here. We also want to move this down, which is going to involve me removing it, which is easy enough done with the map editor, but then blowing a hole down to the bedrock, or maybe blowing around it and putting supports in above to support it. I'm going to leave that one till later. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to leave it till later, because that seems a little bit more complicated than I'd like to try and figure out. So, okay, let's move down here, shall we? So I want to move housing and stuff down here. I'm not sure what floor I'm going to put the district center on. Technically, this is the center floor here, so maybe the district center will end up on the center floor here. We will see, because it makes sense, because then it's the same distance everywhere. Not that that bothers Beavers. I do want to have housing on every floor though, because we have the housing optimizer mod, so I want the houses to be spread out amongst all the floors. But for now, we're going to put lots of housing in here and do other bits and pieces. We need to move kohlrabi and stuff down here. The top floor is going to be trees and going to be oak and mangrove. This floor is going to be probably kohlrabi, like all the way around. What I might actually do for the top floor is I might make the whole, like just on the top floor, we'll just have trees, mangrove in the rivers, and then on the outside berries all the way around. So we put three things on the top floor, and then we won't build any buildings up here. There'll be no buildings on the top floor. It will just be nature up here, basically. The only buildings up here will be a forester, a couple of foresters, a couple of woodcutters, and a couple of gatherers. That's it. But there'll be no industry on the top floor whatsoever. So I could even make it entirely trees and put the foresters and stuff downstairs, and then use these holes, these additional holes, to pop up. Put the woodcutters around them, and the gatherers and things. So if we wanted to abandon the top floor entirely and just leave it to nature, don't know, we'll figure that one out. So down here we want to move the kohlrabi and the cassava. Well, the kohlrabi and cassava, it was mentioned in one of the comments here. Where am I? Just Me Mads, and also Brian Miller mentioned about, do I plan on having more than 300 beavers? I mean, 1,000 beavers is my general target, so that's probably what's going to happen. And I do want bots as well, because it's a cube, and we are the Beaverborg, so yeah. That's going to remove one tile above, which is fine. Boom, there you go. It didn't remove a lot of them, which makes sense. It would have removed the outside ones. That would have worked, so that's fine. But we need to get up there to do that there, so that's okay. So 1,000 beavers is kind of the target. That's kind of always the target, if that makes sense. It's kind of always what I go for. So actually, do you know what? Do that. Do one there, one there. Then you can reach all the way. Actually, if you got one more, no, you can't. Turn you around so you actually face outwards this time, and then you can reach all of them, which would be cool. So yeah, 1,000 beavers. Yeah, it's possible. That's the plan. That is the plan. I do want bots, as I said, so we're going to have a lot of canola going on because we need canola for the bot fuel and things. So we're going to have one floor. So the top floor is going to have this on it: oak, mangrove, and blueberries. I don't know if the mangrove is going to be enough. We might make the river larger. We'll see. So we need coffee for one, but that can share with another one. So kohlrabi, cassava will be on one floor and 2 floors. Canola and corn, or eggplant and corn, can probably share. Canola can share, and then we'll have coffee somewhere else as well. So there's enough space to do it. It's just that kohlrabi is a terrible crop. It really is a terrible crop. So yeah. Right. So let's see here. So the river is going to go here with this corner piece being outside. So the river goes around the outside, doesn't it? Let me that's where the river's going to go. Okay, that is where the river's going to go. Like that. So if we move this path in to be the edge of the river, the river's upstairs, I know, so the path can go wherever, but I'm trying to divide the area up, and then anything on the outside of the path is crops. Okay, and then that just basically means that we can then run a path around the edge here of the river. So we can get to, so there's a path here, and then this outside of it will be berries, in the river will be mangroves, and inside will be wood. So by that rationale, we do this 1, 2, 3. So there. I'm just coming in by 1 all the way around, aren't I? Well, 2 technically. It's going to mess up their pathing, isn't it? Boom. Okay, and then we'll remove all of that there. Not sure about the connecting paths, whether I'm just going to do straight lines in between or whether we'll do something else. But that is where it's going to go. So on the outside here is where the farm's going to go. I'm going to put farms on the outside as well, which is cutting into a little bit of the farmland, but I think this will be enough farmland. I would think. I would hope it'd be enough farmland. Yeah. Okay, so let's plant the kohlrabi. So it's going to go here, all the way down here, all the way along here, all the way along there, like that. There will be holes in the kohlrabi that will get destroyed as and when we do the floors below. I'm not fussed about it right now. Farming wise, we want to put the farms in. Really not sure where I want to put them. I think on the corners, I'm hoping will be enough. Don't actually need these paths out here, do I? Hold on. We don't need these paths out here because we don't need to build anything out here. So let's get rid of those and give ourselves some more farmland. Come on. Boop. Bloop. And bloop. So yeah, so farms. What if I put them here? And we'll have them all pointing towards... Flip. Oh, flip. No, farmhouse. Farmhouse. Flip. Like that. How many farmhouses have we currently got? 4 doing this area here. So that's going to be only 8. It's a smaller area though. They're not doing the insides. They're only doing the around the outsides. I think that'd be okay. And then what we do is we put in storage for them, which will be the large storehouses on every corner. That kind of consumes a lot of our land, but food is going to be of desperate importance. There will be something else on the top floor, now I think about it, which will be pumps for water, unless you put them on the bottom floor. Not sure. So this is going to be for kohlrabi. Holding tab to bring up this here is just easier than clicking each individual one. There we go. Okay, and then you come here. I don't know whether I want to do this or if I want to connect these up like this. Which do you think looks better? The current one we have here, I suppose looks doesn't really matter. It depends on the machines we put inside here, doesn't it? Depends on the stuff we put inside here. So what I am going to do then, so it doesn't matter pathing. Pathing will change. It will be bespoke per one. The only thing that's solid is this ring and that ring. The connection between them will be bespoke. So I'm going to take the large barracks and we're going to put those in the center. In fact, I might put them in all the way around the center. How many do they store? They store 16 beavers. That'd be 64 if I put 3 of them in. Or 4 of them in. That'd be 64. We currently got 60 beavers. We currently got 64 plus 7 actually. We've got more than that. So let's do it here. As I said, there will be storage. There will be housing on each floor, but I'm just moving down one floor by now so we can get the wood established up top. So this floor wants to be, it doesn't need to process kohlrabis because they're not a processing crop, so that's fine, but it does want to have wood processing down here, doesn't it? So we want to be doing all the wood processing down here. I also, I've just realized I also need pine trees. Maybe we could do some pine trees as well and just not chop them down. If we did pine trees in the center and then put all our wood choppers around the outside so they can still chop down the pine if they get to them, but they should be chopping down the oak first. I think that'd be fine. Also, probably don't need this many berries, but I think I'd rather have too many berries than not enough. Although I'd rather have too much wood than not enough wood. We'll see. Let's just clear this out. Let's just clear out the top floor, move everything down, clear out the top floor, and work on it from there. That's going to be the way to do it. So we want to have some lumber mills, some gear workshops, the industrial workshop. Basically everything on this one here is going to be on this floor here. This is wood processing. And then we go down the floor and do something else. The lower floor will be metal processing, and then everything going on there. Not that I think we're going to need that much infrastructure for stuff. I know we're going to stockpile things, but once we get to, once we've cleared out all of our levels, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I would think. I would hope. Let's get some industrial log piles going on here. Where are the holes going to be? So here. Don't know whether I want to connect the top floor to that or not. Where would this? So this hole would be here, which is kind of awkward. These ones aren't so awkward. If that makes sense. So maybe we'll use some of these to connect up and down the floors. I don't know. Provided we have enough haulers, I think we'll be okay. So what I need industrial log piles, which are going to store the logs. So let's put those, let's see here. Yeah, this is a good place. We've got 5 there, and then we'll do 5 on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then we put ladders in around that. Does mean we can't then connect to one to the opposite side of the road, but that's okay. There we go. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. That'll connect there. Remember, this center one's going to have to change as well. It's the correct height here for things, but it's going to change when we take out the platform and go down. So we'll have more space in the center to do things. So we might have rows going in, not crossing, but maybe circling the center and then coming out. So that would all be for logs. Come on. Push the button. Push the button. Push the button. This is the problem, I think, with a... That's just, I can't see it. Sometimes the clicks don't seem to register, and it's only if I slow the game down, they register fine. So, which is weird because I'm not, I mean, I've kept my frame rate at 30 anyway, because that's what I record at for the time being. So it's not like that. It might be because I've kept the frame rate. If I had it free, then it probably wouldn't have issues with the clicking. Because I think that probably coincides with when I've been having problems with it when I decided to cap the frame rate to that. I'll look into that. But okay, so this is going to be this here. There you go. What I want to know is why nothing is currently being built. What are my beavers doing? Where are you working? You are carrying explosives. Oh, you know what? I've messed up here, don't you? We need to run a path along here for the moment. Because I need that there connected. Where will you be carrying explosives to? Oh, the ground floor. Zoop, here. Yes. Yes, of course you would. Of course you would. Makes perfect sense. I've asked you to do that. That makes perfect sense. Okay. That's why the infrastructure is not being built just yet. But that's okay. So, right, there's that there. We want to have storage for planks and gears and things as well. But let's put in the actual machines first, shall we? So, if I could run a line along there. I've kind of conformed to having these central connection points here, haven't I? How much space is in between them to do that? 2. That's awkward. That's awkward. If it was 3, I could put power plant in between there. But then power plants need access to roads as well, so that's not probably going to work for us. So. Needs a 2 gap around as well. Wonder about putting the path along there like that. I'll tell you what we'll do this. We'll do this. Flip. We'll do this. So nope. There. No. Come along, fingers. Do the thing. Okay, and then we'll put in the storage for... I could actually have these on the main line. We'll do that, and then we'll put the storage in. For planks, I was going to put storage in for planks opposite sides of this, but I might do it this way. Maybe change the stairs up as well, because we have the... I'll get rid of the stairs, or the ladders, I should say, and then put the ladders in. Say, so let's do, so plank storage is also an industrial pile. So you are, let's put them in here. And then there, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And then we'll put in ladders around here. I know I'm conforming to the paths that I put in there and said the paths will go bespoke. But I guess they won't. I guess they won't. Simple as that. You go in there. You go in there. You go in there. You go in there, and then we'll put in 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm building ladders again. Platform. Like that. Then we put pathways on each of these into the ladders, and then that will also let us put in storages the other side as well. We can flip store. We put storages the opposite side for like the gears and things. Like that. Okay. And we can still have we'll put storages in here if we wanted to, which I do want to do. We'll put storages in here for the gears. We're not going to need this many gears, so I think we'll do one of each for gears. He says that, knowing full well we probably will do. But then on top of them, I'm going to put in 2 for treated planks. Not that I think we need that many treated planks either, but do you know what? It just looks nice, and it's very conforming and pretty looking. So yeah, so we'll sort out the storage in a minute, and then we will go with gear workshops on the outside here, which I can only fit 2 in. Fit 2 in. In fact, what I might do is put the gear workshops in behind these like this. I'm just making it look good. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm just making it look pleasing to the eye. That's all this is. All it is. You will go along there, go down to there, up to here, go along there. So you should come in like that. Ba-dum. No. So you should do that. You should do that. You should do that. And then, how much power do these need? Let's calculate this a little bit here, shall we? So the gear workshop is... also don't have... Oh, we've got space... Might adjust this slightly. So the gear workshop wants 120. And this wants 75. So 150 plus 240... so it needs 390 power for this segment. Okay, cool. Which means that's one engine. That's one engine, because the engines produce 400. Beautiful. So what I can do is put an engine there, and there, there, there. Doop, doop, doop. And doop, and there you go, and that will power all of those independently, which is fantastic. And then I mean, I could connect them up on the corners to try and save. So what's that? 290, that's 10 horsepower we're saving, or highest power we're saving. Not really worth it, but yeah. And then when we come to doing the treated planks, here the wood workshop, which will cost 250 each, they could sit around the outside here with their own connections somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, actually. I'll figure that out next episode. So I'm going to let this all build and do its thing, and we will come back next time and we will carry on from there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I know I'm wasting lots of space, but that's okay, because the wasted space can have little bits and pieces put into it. And I need to figure out how many beavers need to live on this floor, and then put enough housing in for the beavers living on this floor, and then so on and so forth. We do need haulers as well. They can go in wherever. So yeah, we'll figure this out. Yeah, okie dokie. And the next episode we'll come back, and hopefully we can move all of this downstairs. We do need a couple of these additional buildings put in places, so we might have those just poked in somewhere. And then we'll carry on from there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this one, and hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.